Hello, hello. Welcome. Another weekend of the World Cup is upon us. We've got some incredible matches lined up. I'm Bubbleman, and I'm joined today by my good friend Doomsday.
Hello, hello. What's going on?
How are you feeling about these?
This one should be a really interesting game, actually, considering these two have been on good form this tournament. Going into this one, you gotta say, China dropping down after losing against Japan, whereas Indonesia come into this after, well, beating us. They won against UK last week. Indonesia are going to be going into this with more confidence, you feel? But it should be a good game, this.
Yeah, can you take that idea of momentum during matches and put it forwards into match in general, you know? Indonesia are coming off a win, so they're going to be feeling good, definitely. China now has something to prove.
Yeah, because the last time they might have been a little bit disappointed with how that one went. Of course, Japan on such good form, no slouch at all. But China will be certainly looking to redeem themselves a little bit here, build a nice losers bracket run. Yeah, I suppose after a week, you warm down after a week, and then you have to build yourself back up for the next weekend of matches. But I can't see Indonesia not being super confident going into this because they're on very good form. Yeah, looking at the Chinese team, we mentioned at the start of the tournament how a lot of these guys came back from the previous tournament, and almost all of them have improved by a margin over the course of the year. So, good year for China, but tough opponents ahead.
Yeah, I'm really happy to still be seeing GGBY and Extreme on the team. Sticking around. Some historical names.
So
GGBY. You would know this. GGBY number 1 on the score ranking for a while.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was actually. That's a good catch. Slipped my mind just now, but yeah, GGBY is a super highly ranked score player. Not from the actual score ranking days. I think he gained all that score afterwards. But yeah, for longest time he was up there.
Here we got the maps. For the semi-finals, this is the semi-finals map pool.
Look at them all. You've already seen one game with this just now. Of course, Australia and Hong Kong played a couple hours earlier. But still plenty to be seen for the first time here. And I think we'll see a lot of different picks. These two teams are very different. Although Indonesia, I suppose, you can throw some parallels to the Australian team in the sense that they have very good double-time players. So there'll be some overlap there, but...
They do indeed, and there's 4 double times to pick from, and only one of them can be banned really by China because of the ban protection. So we're going to be seeing... Was that a 1-point victory in the rolls?
Was it? I think we just about missed the rolls on stream. Might have to get a shout from the ref.
It was 59. 59 for Indonesia. 58 for China.
It bodes well. It's a good omen, that.
It is.
It's a good omen.
Good omen for the match coming down to 1 point.
I'm not jinxing anything, mate. Oh, there goes that hidden 2. Straight away, the low approach rate hidden banned from Indonesia. Kind of a surprising one, but it's a different sort of low AR to what we've seen so far in the tournament. This AR 8.5, more of an awkward modern map.
You see the name IO exception, and you see it's not AR9, it's below AR9, and you have that image in your head of what that might entail. No Mod 2, the ban from China. Ascension to Heaven is gone. I don't know, I was pretty excited to see that in No Mod 2.
Yeah, the Kreutz remap of Ascension to Heaven, the short version. big 200 BPM streams. But we're not going to see it here. And then they follow it up with another streamy ban with DT2, much faster stream map that. So targeting the streams are really hard.
Indeed. And then free mod 2. Hey, an alien.
I'm a bit sad to not see that one, to be honest. It's another low AR pick, but
it's
dude,
Toho.
that map is so weird. And it's Toho, yeah. You ban the Toho, you make me sad. It's such a weird map, though. It's such an awkward, rhythm-heavy, low approach rate map. Nasty to ack, but we're not seeing it here.
Yeah, that's all the 2's gone.
Oh, yeah. Nice line there.
We're not going to be
well
seeing
spaced out as well. Oh,
Yeah,
that's pleasing, that is.
not going to be seeing the middle pick. Middle diff.
Yeah, so
What
definitely
will be
targeting
seeing?
of the streams then from China. And then targeting a low AR from Indonesia. Very telegraphed sort of bans there.
Down the middle still.
From the top. That no mod 5. Next one's gonna be hard work too.
Yeah, I said to Mazarin on Twitter, I didn't think I could be upset going out that early, but yeah, I'm upset I went out that early. Got Mazarin custom mapping. Welcome to your doom by Alter Beast. Specifically made for OWC. It's CS 3.5, it's 240 BPM, and it's Mazarin.
I didn't think I'd see Mazarin in OWC, well, at all, to be honest, not gonna lie. His mapping isn't necessarily what you'd call tournament friendly, usually anyway, but
Yeah.
first time for everything, right? This map is really quite brutal. It's 3 minutes long of constant 240 bursts and streams. It does not stop.
And this is a definite Indonesia pick too.
Yeah, this
Saw them
is
play incredibly well. See if they can match it.
so off the bat as well, so before anyone really gets settled into the room, but I suppose this suiting Indonesia super well, it shouldn't be a problem for them to adjust. They'll be right at home with this one. They'll be up to China to try and get themselves comfortable very quickly here. Players starting to filter in now. No surprise to see Ematexi in for this one. Very solid speed player.
Historically one of the most infamous speed players, getting DT passes on pretty much any map you could put him on.
Indonesia roster seems to pretty much write itself. Vino, Rex Season Skydiver, of course, in for this. Ro joining in as well. This one pretty much writes itself for their team, so.
It does. We've seen these guys before. I mean, you and I, Doomsday, we've definitely seen these guys before from Indonesia. Especially on speed picks.
We'll see how it goes for them now. Of course, this is a losers bracket matchup. So the loser of this will be saying goodbye to OWC this year. And neither team are going to want that. Let's see what they've got for us. Now, like, looking at this, in the head-to-heads, China had the better run in the tournament up until last week. But Indonesia actually come out ahead in the head-to-head in the quarterfinals. So Indonesia scaling really hard. But we'll see if China can pull back after that loss last week.
Scaling really hard over far more maps too. China only played 7 maps last weekend. Indonesia played 19. Really didn't have an easy weekend, and Skydiver finding a miss. We've got misses coming everywhere in this already. And already it seems to be down to 2 FCs, one either side.
The 1 FC from China as well. It's pretty low AC, but it is increasing. I think just early on, trying to warm to this map. seems to be getting more comfortable though. And there goes Rowe as well, so it is going to be advantage China early on. Only one FC right now, and the accuracy is increasing, so he needs to hold that.
This map tough on the speed, but tough on the finger control too, because you have to switch from 1/4 beat snap to 1/3. The timing between the streams changes a lot, so you can kind of expect low accuracies, and 92% from I'm a Burger Fox, or Ebisuzawa Kurumi.
It's not just the rhythm as well, but the way the stream spacing jolts around in uncomfortable directions as well can be a little bit weird. So it is a slightly awkward one, this. Players recovering nicely though, seeing some high combos across the board. Indonesia still have the edge because of the recovery.
And they have a bigger edge now with Angel Miku dropping Rixie's trades, but it's the accuracy on Kurumi that is really holding China back right now. They've got a pretty comfortable FC with him. But Skydiver almost matching his score just because of the accuracy he's holding. Going to be some stable points for China, but the rest of the team kind of needs to keep up a little bit. And Burgerfox drops the FC.
That's going to be the show on this one, I think. Holding themselves in it, but yeah, the accuracy tells a story. There's a definite difference in comfort. Even if the combos were pretty good for China, the accuracy just wasn't there against the team of Indonesia, so no break points here. Speed pick working very well. I've got to say, the accuracies across the board looking very nice here for Indonesia. Rowe and Skydiver, very nicely done on that one.
Indeed, the combo's not too shabby either. We've got Extreme and Kurumi on the Chinese side, taking home 1.8, 1.9k combos, but a very, very consistent, that's almost scarily consistent, 1.6k. 1,671 for Vinu, 1,678 for Skydiver, and 1,617.
That's synergy right there, that is.
It is. Everyone doing their part, taking home that point. It's the first point of the match. Indonesia.
Yeah, I think that one's not going to be too surprising for anyone involved. So props to China for getting right on it in terms of the combo game, but yeah, catching China cold seems to work really well there for Indonesia, because they did struggle on the AC, even if they did hold that combo pretty well. But now it's time for China to bring out a pick of their own. Something different on the cards, I think.
Indeed. What will it be? Indonesia. Has to be said, I did fact check this time too before I said so. This is already the highest they've ever placed in a World Cup. The highest placement they've ever had was last year, was 13th to 16th, and they've already passed that point.
I'm not too surprised considering the roster they've built.
Indeed.
You'd think they'd want to go for more here, but they are against China. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Indonesia potentially move it on. Although early games here, we can't really say too much yet.
Indeed, I wouldn't be surprised to see them getting more. We got No Mod 6 picked. This was a pick that we saw last week against Indonesia. I'm not entirely sure whether we saw it in the China match. I will be double checking that. Nope, indeed we didn't.
Nope.
This is
didn't quite. Looking at that score that Indonesia put out, the score did seem to sit pretty well with all the other players on the No Mod 6 from last week. But you gotta say, this one is a much more brutal one.
It was banned against China.
They did do well on the one in the round of 16 though. Well, that now's a speed pick though, that No Mod 5.
They've got to have some good confidence in this then. for it to be banned against them and then subsequently picked in the next round that they play.
Seeing some swaps in. Harambe, formerly known as Seafood, this is a rename. He was Seafood in previous rounds. Bop it in for this one. Seeing a couple swaps for China as well. Crystal enters the room alongside David Kutu. I'm surprised to see those two come in for a map like this. A very, very nasty, rhythm-heavy figure control pick. This map is brutal. We saw it in the last match, and I don't think one person had an A rank. It was incredible on the AC.
Oh wow!
I wonder how these guys will do.
That is brutal.
Yeah, I think a secret box got the A rank, but I think the rest of the room was 91, 92. It was
that's terrifying.
Look at that OD9. All right, well, let's see. I hope this becomes a common one. I didn't think we'd see this map too much, but I hope we see it more. 2 and 2 so far.
Oh, is that everyone gone already? It is early misses. In the same place, it was a 5-way miss early on. We've got 3 FCs left on the board and 2 are for China.
This intro is
So
really nasty on rhythm though. It's the harder part of the map for sure.
Maybe that's prophetic of how the map's gonna go. Seeing another miss on Harambe. Indonesia though have built up their combos. Rexy's drops his. Looking a little bit more comfortable past that intro. They keep building up too.
In this drop now, the rhythm's a bit more standard in terms of the 1-4s, but
Ooh, and a 4-way drop on that rhythm change. 2 for either side. But the full combos are still holding on. Rose still got his, as is Crystal and David Koo.
yeah, definitely standing out as the main players for this
Oh,
one.
but now
Those two-
drops.
Yeah, Rose gone. Well, there goes David. It's just Crystal left. I was going to say David, Crystal, and Ro looking pretty good there, but now they're starting to drop.
But now Crystal's got Indonesia firmly on the ropes.
Straight up, this map is definitely one of those one-man carry maps, just because its skill set is so specialized. And we're seeing
it
it
does drop.
It's still really good though. 770k. It's a standout performer on this one for sure.
Oh no, 60 combo before the end.
Oh,
That was
not quite.
so close to an FC. That would have been incredible, but I mean, it still is. 94.89%, 900 combo on him. Yeah, one-man carry. Of course it'd be Crystal. Music volume 0? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Not a chance. He did that.
No, not at all.
And the highest accuracy on the room. And I think on this one, pointing out the accuracy is doubly valuable. 96% on Ro. We'll take the accuracy crown on this one.
Indeed.
Doesn't quite defeat a secret box, but he's pretty close.
The one missed too.
Right in the middle, I think, as well. It was
Perhaps,
a really
yeah.
poorly timed miss.
Perhaps could have been an FC
Unfortunate.
from him. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
the,
sorry.
middle route. It's broken.
Yeah, it's veered off the beaten path. They've already done that with No Mod 6, but just branching out a little bit. Out to the side, we got Epica. Fight your
Yes.
demons.
Dude, the fact that Epica is a featured artist, it's still quite crazy.
Really,
That's
really happy with
fantastic.
that. Some of the featured artists that are coming out are just completely unexpected, but they're things that you didn't know you wanted.
I think they were the 100th edition, I believe. So, big name to add to that. Awesome job by the featured artist crew once again. Speed map here,
Big,
though.
big shout outs to the people who make that happen. Indeed. AR 8.5, so it's going to come out at about AR 10. I think exactly AR 10. 37.7 too. What about the content of the map?
Very bursty. Constant little 3-note, 5-note bursts. A few 7 notes as well. It's all about super speedy bursts at almost 270 BPM. 263 BPM. So, yeah, proper like... I would almost call it kind of like an old school sort of DT map, but it's not really an old school map. In terms of the bursts, you know, a lot of those have really fast 3- and 5-note bursts the whole way through. That's pretty much what this one's about. But the mapping is normal.
Old school DT. We got GGBY coming in for it, so that definitely makes that claim hold some truth. He's been around, I think, 9 years now.
Yeah, 9th tournament.
Staple on the roster since OWC 3, which is 2012.
I say two swaps for China. Yeah, Emetexi coming in GGBY, so bringing in their veterans for this one. Indonesia, I believe, are swapping out. They swapped Vino out for Harambe, so just the one change for them.
Wait for the client to sync up again.
DT on tournament client. So not only is this one consistently bursty and speedy, but it's quite a long map for a DT pig. Almost 3 minutes long.
From the looks of things, you've got to be really good at resetting your tapping. Going from single tapping to bursting to single tapping again. With no sliders to really reset, take a small break. This is a very Indonesia pick, and David Q2 almost proving that, being the first to miss. Oh, look at the accuracies. This isn't really a win by combo at the moment. This is definitely a win by accuracy. 89% on 2 and 87 for GGBY.
High OD coming into the 4 there. Seen a lot of high OD DT picks so far in this tournament. It really brings out the really good speed players. And the combo drop in there as we hit the slower part here is really going to help split them even more. 500k as we approach the halfway point. It's a major lead at this point. I mean, I don't want to say it's unassailable, but with this easier part, it's looking pretty dire here for China with just Emetex's FC against 2 and a recovering Rexes.
Well, 85% accuracy for GGBY. It looks like David Q is double tapping the streams, which explains where his low accuracy is coming from. I mean, whatever gets you the hits, but
it's a valid tactic. It'd be valid if she was against someone that wasn't Indonesia, who just play this map and sit there with all their accuracies looking like what they are. It's just not going to work in this matchup. They're just too good at this. That's a big lead. This is another big DT win for Indonesia.
Question mark from Emetexi.
I mean, there's only one FC left on row. He's had a good game so far. He's really opened his account for this matchup well, especially on these DT picks. Or the speedy picks, I should say. Last one was no mod, but speedy picks has been doing very well. No FC allowed. Not quite, but job's done.
Is that a one miss again for him? That's 2
now. It is. Oh no, yeah, almost a million. I think we give him that though, Bubble.
Yeah, I'd give him that. So a near FC from Crystal, a near FC from Row. Not really coincidence that they're the two pretty much star players for their teams. Skydiver could contest that for Indonesia, but
he's certainly one of them. I'd say Rose, Skydiver are two of their biggest tournament players. Lifeline as well has staked his claim well, but no doubt SMH/Row and Skydiver have been doing bits this tournament. And they're still doing so. Even more so as the maps are getting tougher.
Indeed. Another point on the board, Indonesia. Interesting end score screen there with 3 C ranks. Possibly
when you get to these harder maps, man, with high OD, that's going to happen more.
Indeed. Possibly deciding that they weren't going to win that map, so they were going to let their team warm up for whatever the next one might be. And just go C for China.
I guess we're sticking to the tricky rhythm maps again. Worked really well for China last time. Why not go for it again? Here comes that hidden 3, Frailness.
Oh no, this is a brilliant map.
It's a good map.
This is such a brilliant map. And yeah, we have pretty much a full swap out. Burger Fox, Crystal, and Miku all swap in. David Q2 holds his spot, but does swap out. So maybe I was right. Maybe it's a full switch. Deciding that it's not really worth it to try and contest Indonesia on the speed picks. Let them have it. Warm their team up for their next pick. Fuma will swap in for Indonesia.
I mean, when it comes to like that speed pick, this is such a just poles apart pick. So not only for the warm up thing, but I'm not surprised to see a full swap out for maps like this compared to the last one. Always have so much going on the mappers can work with. It's always really cool to see. So I think everyone's settled now. Looks like we're seeing 2 swaps for China actually in the end. Daviku and Crystal. No, sorry, Daviku and Burger Fox return. But Mayanjo, Miku, and Crystal returning in. Is the same roster that played No Mod 6? No, it's not. No, it's not.
Not quite.
Mayanjo and Miku didn't play that.
Yeah.
Because this map definitely has parallels to that, except of course this is on hidden. With I think it's got a slightly higher AR, and it's not quite as rhythmically dense, but it has plenty of variable spacing and tricky rhythms to deal with, no doubt. But there are parallels, so it's a very similar pick, this.
Yeah, I'm so upset. The maps in this pool I would have absolutely adored playing.
I just played them solo in the week instead, dude. And I'm like, just sitting there chilling, jamming out, knowing I don't have to pop off on them.
That is true. The intro tough on this is the same way it's tough on No Mod 6. We find 3 misses already. Burger Fox, Reeksies, and Skydiver drop their combos. A lot of back and forths too. You can see them as 150 BPM wiggles, I suppose, or you could see them as tiny little jumps, depending on how it helps you to hit them. David Q drops his combo too. This map very consistent in difficulty, so there's not really one difficulty spike in this. David Q, Burger Fox, and Miku all miss.
Yeah, good start here for Indonesia, has to be said, after that 1/3 section. Oh, that slip from Ro though is going to sting. It's a slightly easier part. He's going to be kicking himself for that. That's advantage China, I think?
It is.
No, it seems to be about even, actually. It's about even.
In terms of XGs, I suppose it's advantage China. You can tell Crystal's more comfortable on this than Skydiver or Reeksies. Reeksies shaking a little bit. And Skydiver finds the miss. As does Crystal, though. It's now down to Reeksies.
Yeah, slower part as well, so it's a great time to just try and rack up a bit of relatively free combo. reached the halfway point here. As you mentioned, this map doesn't really change. It's very consistent. Some more of those patterns to go yet. We'll see if the players can adjust to them.
Yeah, you have to be very secure in this. And Burger Fox drops a 400 combo. Now it's just 200s on China compared to two 200s and a 700 for Indonesia. They're going to be running the lead out in their favor. Skydiver misses again, as does Fuma. China looking good. They've got 300 combos. They're going to be building almost faster than the 900, but Miku drops his, and Rixie's drops the full combo.
Well, hang on. Yeah, they're coming back now. China have the advantage. They're going to reel it in here.
Yeah, they feel the snag. They start cranking the handle. That lead is closing. You can see the blue bar shrinking. And this is what I said about consistent difficulty. Everyone finding misses. Just as and when they come. There's no real difficulty spike, but Crystal is down. 600 combo down for him, and David Q follows it up.
There goes David. Hang on. The advantage is gone, I believe. Skydiver and Rexy's recovering.
And this is the outro. This is the ending flourish. They couldn't quite pull it back.
Not quite. They were recovering nicely. They were bearing down on Indonesia, China there, but yeah, the breaks on that 1/3 section at the end claimed both of the combos on China, and that stemmed the comeback. So that is a big steal on Indonesia. Massive point for them.
600k nearly from Rixie's 933 combo. Was he just saying about the one-man carries? Rixie's definitely stepping up for his team. Putting his points on the table and saying, yeah, I've got you.
Putting in an absolute shift on that one. Held that FC for so long. But the Skydiver's recovery at the end there as well. Just about got them over the line. So nice recoveries by then, and the
Nice
harder
break
parts at the
point.
end. And look at all that speed still on the board.
Very nice break point. They're 3-1 up now. Interesting way of thinking about breakpoints is there's almost 2 pairs of picks each to take you. So 1-1, 2-2, you know? And the team that picks second, if they get the breakpoint taken against them, it can look really dire for them in terms of scoreline, because Indonesia take their pick now. If they win it, they go to 4-1, and that's a 3-point gap. That's 3 points that they're behind. Known. Neither team picked this last week. No mod 3. Or neither team picked its equivalent.
And here comes that Moth. Alternate heavy pick. Tricky aim control on this one. For 3 minutes long. On a fantastic map. This map is great.
Absolute jam too.
Yeah. So that polka dot stingray. Let's go. Of course, we did see an extremely good score on this in the last match. I believe Machine FC'd this, which was fantastic. This map is nasty to be consistent on in a tournament setting. An equivalent here would be very impressive. We do have the players to do it. I wouldn't be surprised to see Crystal come back in for this one once again. It looks like they're not even shifting. No one shifting on the Chinese team.
Yeah, they're going to be one for this. It's a complete style change from the last map, but they can adjust. They're all experienced tournament players. They know how to go from, for example, AR8 hidden to 10.3 DT. It's going to be nothing to them. Indonesia finding a few player swaps.
Yeah, they're currently organising, reacting to the Chinese pick. Still deciding, it seems. So they didn't play this last week, I believe. Or did they play it against Argentina? No, I don't think they did. No, they did not play this last week, so... They played the one in the round of 16. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. No. So yeah, this is completely unknown for Indonesia. Yeah, this really is uncharted territory. Although we have seen No Mod 6 and Hidden 3, and they were pretty competitive on that Hidden 3. I do think they have the players to do well on this. Of course, seeing Rowe play this would be absolutely no surprise at all. He should be very solid on a map like this. Very good alternate player in terms of this style.
He's on a good match right now.
Really is.
Playing very well.
Out of his skin.
But so is Crystal, I suppose. Near FCs, even FCs. The only FC in the match so far has gone to Crystal.
Well, going into this one, their own pick. They're going to be hoping for that again. And more from this very experienced Chinese team. They need to win this point, or things are not looking good for China. So it's important that they pull this back. Otherwise, Indonesia might just be seeing their way through to the next round.
The big misses for Angel Miku, not really having fun with this intro. Not getting into this pick at all.
It opens up so quickly, though, with those patterns. You can kind of compare this map to, in terms of style, to the qualifier map, in terms of lots of sharp, alternate angles, you know, lots of linears, but lots of sharp angles as well. Of course, this map is quite a bit harder than that one, but
quite a bit. This is a long shot harder than that one.
Oh, yeah.
You see so many patterns in this already that would just absolutely kill you if you're not ready for them. You get a chain of misses on them if you're not careful. Ooh, finds a miss. It is advantage Indonesia at the moment. Lifeline finds a miss, however. 1-1 now in terms of combos, and a slight advantage for China because of David Ku's 200. Everyone really finding a lot of trouble with this. This is such a difficult map. And yet again, another example of consistent difficulty. If you're not good at this, if you find troubles with this, you will find troubles in the entire map, rather than just in one place, in one difficulty spike.
Whoa! Oh god, yeah, Rowe. Okay.
Interesting, missing the slow part. These patterns are so difficult. Crystal hits every single one of them.
It's huge. Next chorus here. All these choruses repeat the same patterns.
There's two 200 combos on Indonesia, so they're there. But David Q, again, 100 combo above the highest combo on Indonesia. And then Crystal, near FC. Just a small miss at the start.
Actually, there's no exaggeration that this map it's all on one person right now. One person is the difference, and that is Crystal. Everyone else with 300k max, and then there's Crystal.
He does find a miss on the jump streams. Fuma combos through them. He's got 500 in the bank, but it's so close to the end of the map that I don't think that lead is assailable by him alone. Needed some backup for this, and he just doesn't have it.
Very nicely done, though, but yeah, his accuracy is too low to make the gap up, unfortunately. Valiant effort, though, by him, but the Crystal has already done the job. That is
Crystal,
huge.
It's just his bread and butter. It's just absolutely Crystal to a nutshell, this map, I think. You see him on every single map of this type, on at least the top 5 of the leaderboard, usually the top 2. He's just so good at this. Instead of playing the ranking system, he just grinds out this sort of thing, so it's almost expected for him to play this well, but when you see it, when you watch it, it's incredible.
That scoreboard really says a story. Incredible stuff from Crystal, and they really needed him to do this now. China are still in this because of that. Next pick will go to Indonesia, though. Still potentially with a match point if they could bank their own pick, which they've been doing very well so far. But that was so important for China. You can't overstate that. They needed to win that point so badly. There is still some good maps for Indonesia on the board. There is one more DT pick if they want to go down that route. A double heavy 10.3 pick.
Really interesting to note about Crystal. I don't know how many people would be able to quote this, but he's been in 3 of the 4 modes World Cups. He's been in the 4K World Cup, he's been in the Catch World Cup, as the carry for China even. And now he's carrying China in Standard too.
I said there's no other player that can do that other than maybe Rustbell as well. Rustbell was in the same boat, of course. Team China again. It's incredible to see, because it's hard enough to get to this level in one game mode, let alone multiple. It's incredible.
He is truly... It will be DT. Yet again, we're seeing DT pick by Indonesia.
Of course, there was Electro GH as well, who also played in other modes as well, although I don't think he ever played in the OWC standard tournaments. He was very
unlucky. He has 3 out of the 4, I think. He has 3 badges.
Maybe one day.
I think he's been top 100 in every mode, although correct me if I'm wrong there. He's definitely top 100 in Catch. He was he top 100 in Mania? I don't think he was.
I don't recall the numbers, but I know he was like very highly ranked in like all 4 modes, which is a ridiculous achievement. Actually, those multi-mode players, I have so much respect for them, really.
Yeah, no, it's really incredible. Although, that is kind of the thing about rhythm games. Once you've learned one of them, another one just gets a little bit easier to learn.
I mean, I suppose.
Because you have finger dexterity to transfer over. You know, transferable skills between the two, they do exist. It would be difficult to go from Osu Standard to some other rhythm game, but to go from some other rhythm game to Osu Standard, you've got finger dexterity, finger control, speed, stamina, rhythm sense even. All you need to learn for Standard is aim, you know.
It's always crazy to see, and it's like Crystal gets so much plaudits for that, and totally deserved for his multi-mode prowess. But anyways, next pick are in, and the lineups are in. And this pick was no surprise. They go for their DTs, Indonesia. And while they've won all of them so far, so They'll be hoping to bring it to match point with this one. I think they're odds on to win this one as well, you'd think.
Speed, I'd say, definitely having one of the highest presences in these map pools in the World Cup so far. Because you've got no mod 5. In past rounds, you had no mod 2 as well, which were Endymion. And then you've got 4 DDs to pick from. So essentially, you could go 6-0 if the other team doesn't ban a speed pick. Definitely a really high presence of that skill set.
We're making great use of it for sure. They're so consistent on it. Their consistency on this sort of thing beggars belief. But if they drop this one, it could be a bit of a sticky situation for them if they have to dig into other pools. But if they win this one, they should still be in a very good spot. And of course, this pick's 10.3, very double heavy and triple heavy. With very high OD. OD 8.4 base, you can see there. That's the base.
Really difficult to be accurate with. 3 misses from Indonesia already. Is this the same story yet again? They're finding misses early. Their combo has dropped. Ro and Fuma find a miss again. They're not going to be able to do any combo up, and it's all on Skydiver at the moment for Indonesia. It's a relatively short one too.
Approaching halfway already. The accuracy telling a story. China have the accuracy this time. It was the opposite up until this point with these speedy picks. But China with the accuracy and the combo. 3 FCs to 1. So far, this is not going the way Indonesia would have thought. A bit of a surprise start.
And they're still holding the 3 FCs. Just not being able to combo this, Indonesia. And Mayanchil Miku finds another miss, but he's not on one of the FCs. He already has more points than either of the 3 other players of Indonesia. Skydiver trying to hold them in it, but it's just not going to happen. That lead is approaching 1,000,000 points, so a single player isn't going to make any difference to this. It's already called, even.
Yeah, this is just all over. I mean, Skydiver has the highest score in the room. Very nice acc for this sort of map with this sort of OD, but unfortunately the team just has not been there on this one.
Oh, he drops it. Maybe over-tapping or under-tapping or something on that 4-note lead-in. Now all eyes are just on how high that lead can grow. Milk finds a miss in the outro.
Wow, this is a very good performance though from China, it has to be said.
That's a shutout.
3 million.
If there was a shutout... if there was ever a shutout... 1.5 million on a DT pick, no less. A rank for MTXE. He does take an FC home. Perfect take. Crystal takes the perfect. 97%. Highest stack in the room. The end of that. Skydiver doing his best. C rank from Fuma. The roles are reversed here.
Yes, this has been their bread and butter, Indonesia. They have been so impressive on DT, but this was not on the cards. And all of a sudden, this matchup is blown wide open. Now, this one is anyone's game. Really
Indeed.
is. Next pick, China's.
Indonesia psyched out a little bit, maybe?
Maybe a little bit. It's unfortunate for Fuma. He struggled a bit on that one. But you can't do much against that team performance. That was just a straight-up excellent team performance from China. The pool's all starting to thin. That Hard Rock pool is still sitting pretty, waiting for someone to pick at it. No one is yet. We're over halfway into this game. 3 picks remaining.
I think in terms of the Hard Rock, it's definitely down to China to pick that. They have 2 picks left. There's 2 Hard Rocks still in the pool. And that it will be crossover. This is the small circle map, if I'm right.
It is. One of the only ranked maps in the pool. It's a good choice though. Pretty standard small circle size map this. Very balanced between aim and streaming. more of a mechanics test on small circle size. Now this should be a good pick for China, I feel. Indonesia have some solid hard rock players on the more standard sorts of maps. So I think this one will suit them pretty well in the grand scheme of things. But China finally digging into this pool, but Indonesia have looked a bit vulnerable in the past.
They have. It has historically been their weaker skill set is the CS 6.5. Small circles definitely treated as more of a niche skill in these map pools, but definitely a valid skill. It's taking a little bit of think about what their roster's going to be.
So Indonesia have been playing a very reactionary game with China's picks, it seems. So when Indonesia pick their picks, they're very quick with their rosters. When China picks, it generally seems like they hear the pick and then they decide who's playing what. Looking at the way they're jumping in and out of the room, playing very reactionary. Which can work very well, because then you can pin the players down in games that are feeling good on the day, as opposed to pre-planning and then they're a bit shaky after the fact, right? It's worked really well for them so far, no doubt.
It has, but it does seem like they're losing a little bit of steam. Somebody needs to take a break point. If they don't want this to go to tiebreaker.
Sneaking Rexy's in. Or not, never mind. Fuma's back. Never mind. Step up Rexy's, play the hard rock. Alright, so how are we looking then with our rosters? Looking like a big swap on China. Two players coming in. David Koo and Burger Fox rejoining in. And it looks like it might be the same. No, just Lifeline swapping in for Indonesia. I feel like getting Lifeline in for a map like this is a good choice. This sort of map should be something that suits him pretty well. He's done very well at hard work so far this tournament, especially the small circle size ones. He's been one of their main players in terms of this start.
His area mechanic definitely suited for a map like this. The smaller circles. Yeah, nothing too difficult in this. No cut streams, no large spacing doubles like last week. It's just focusing on the mechanics.
It's also quite short as well.
I think a touch longer than cross time.
Yeah, just by a little bit, like about 15 or so seconds, I believe. That was around 2 minutes long, flat. Ish. There's a tricky stream coming up here. I could split them a little bit. Indeed, you've already seen a couple of breaks. Oh, the stream. Never mind. There's a stream coming up around halfway through that's one of the harder little streams.
Yeah, Ro and Fuma finding a little bit of difficulty with this. Not comfortable at all. Is that the difficult stream?
Yep, that's
or
the
is
one.
It still yet to come? Well,
no, that was the one.
And that was the one. Everyone. Just Ro finding a miss on it. And that's really it. As long as you have no trouble with the mechanics, you're going to be really comfortable on something like this. Karumi finding a miss for China. That's their first miss, but with 550k on his side, he's done far more than enough already.
Yeah, the slow part should be enough to see them home. The combo is just too large. I mean, there's a lot of combo on the field, but just too late. But good scores, got to be said, from from a lot of the players in this room right now.
Oh no, Lifeline drops his FC. It's traded by Extreme, but as does David Q2. Yeah, it's just not looking like there's enough time. And Crystal Banks, another FC.
My God, someone needs to stop this man. He's actually destroying this game right now. He's so good in this match. It's incredible to see. We're 4-4 bubble. Game on.
4-4 Dooms. Ro looking like he's faltering a little bit. Passes the baton over to Skydiver, who banks his own FC for Indonesia, but it's not enough. The overall team performance from China was just too much, and yeah, we're into a best of 3. 1 pick each. Confirmed 1 pick each.
And what happens now? I mean, looking at the performance, this is definitely a step up from China against last week. Definitely a lot stronger now. And I say Crystal is having an incredibly good game here. This is exactly what China needed against a team in form, but it's still not over yet. Both teams with good fights. Indonesia looking so strong in the early game, but China running it back. And with China winning the last few points, they have the momentum on their side here.
It's, as you said, they have a lot of momentum. They've got the last pick of the match too. They're pretty secure if they want to take it to tiebreaker, and they know a pick that they can definitely win on. It's definitely a strategy for a lot of teams to hold their best pick until the end. Let's see if Indonesia have done that. They do pick no mod 1.
No mod modification. No modification. I can speak. Pick him the jump.
I thought you were doing a bit there.
No, not quite.
You should have started that out.
Start that one again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Try again. One more time.
No mod modification one time. Here comes that Imi.
Himi no Tomushibi. Legacy div. 6.9 stars. We're getting up there, Dooms.
Yeah, that is climbing. That star rating is big. Lots of numbers there. Now here's the thing with Indonesia. When they have those DT picks, they look real hard to stop. But this is their last pick, going for that aim. Now they have done pretty well on aim in the past. But you do wonder if this was a power pick or if this was the best of what's left. I don't think it was the best pick. Although they should do okay on this. This is a bit of a toss-up with these rosters. Like, how are you feeling on this one?
I'm feeling... I really don't know how to feel. China, again, if we're looking at their last round performance, it was 2.3 million on 6.7 stars-ish. This is 6.9, so it's a step above. You would expect that this kind of catches them off guard. They're not going to perform as well, but also they've really stepped up this week. Their performance is a level above, maybe even a level and a half, so...
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, the no mod ones haven't really been their bag. That's true. But on the performance of some of their star players here, this is the stage of one-man carries, and we've seen Crystal do it so often. Their uptick in performance, actually. Oh, it looks like stream just went down. We're back now.
We should be back.
Hold tight.
Fuma completing the roster. Yeah, we've got Ro, Lifeline, Skydiver, and Fuma for Indonesia. Milk Tea, Angel, Miku, Crystal, and David Ku2 for China. We'll get straight into it. No mod 1.
No mod modification 1. Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Things happen, but I think we're back now. The client got a fat restart, but everything should be fine.
We had Skydiver taking a restart or taking a timeout because he needed to download the map. So he didn't miss anything. We're right back to it. In good fashion too. An early miss from David Ku2.
David calling GG already? Nah, man. Not even close to over yet. Although, actually, looking at those early minutes, it's
dear.
a scary start from China.
They stumble out of the gates.
An early miss
Doesn't have
pistol though is worrying for China.
It is.
Like we said.
It is pretty early. It doesn't really have much bearing on how the rest of the map goes. We did see Indonesia take a big comeback, but Milk Tea, no FCs now for China. David Kutu with the highest combo. Although Skydiver with a drop. Not going to mean too much. He's still got 3 FCs for his team. Boomer and Migu trade their combos, so favourable for China, but Mukti follows up with a miss of his own. David Kuhn lifeline.
Dropping now.
Yeah.
Still good though for Indonesia as we get to the slightly easier verse. Ro doing the job for his team, as he has been doing for a lot of this game so far.
Yeah, you're going to be hearing me talk about trading combos. Means if one player from each team misses at the same time, any lead, any scoreline difference will be reset between those 2 players, so there's not going to be any difference between their combos. They'll be gaining the same amount of score from that point onwards. No trade for that one though. Miku drops. Getting to another chorus. Finding a little bit of trouble with these jumps. Skydiver.
There goes Crystal.
As does Crystal.
And that's a big combo for China gone. We're past halfway, we're into the last third. And Ro still sitting there with his FC. Now it's looking really good for Indonesia. Here comes the solo though. If they combo this, it's gonna be over. See if anyone can get it. Okay,
everyone holding through that. Large advantage though to Indonesia. They've got 2 600 combos and a 300. Whereas there's a big jumble of combos on China's side. Crystal drops his. The lead into the last chorus catches him.
It turns out, yeah, this turned out to be a great pick for Indonesia. Never mind, China's No Mod 1 woes will continue here. Nice recovery, actually, from the members of both teams, but you've got to hand it to Ro. Really hauling his team through this one. Look at him, the accuracy as well.
Not letting any of the slip-ups on the past few maps bother him. He knows his strengths, he plays to them. Oh, he finds a miss on the last jump section. But it won't matter, that's basically an FC. You can't tell me that's not an FC.
That's what we say. We'll give him that one. We give him that.
977,000 points. Doing a lot of the work by himself, but the rest of his team just there for backup.
That was the final pick for Indonesia.
Yeah, that'll be match point to them. But of course, it's match point in a best of 3, so it doesn't mean too much. China now, if they win their pick, they take it to tiebreaker. There's a little bit of pressure on them.
I think more than a little bit, to be honest with you. Their tournament lives are on the line here. This is do or die for China. 2 hard rocks left, 2 free mods open. 2 no mod, no, there's 1 no mod open. Just Hemizorv tech map open in the no mod pool. They also have a tech map in no mods. And they were going for quite a bit of those more techie maps in the early game. They dropped 1 and then they didn't go for them again. They dropped that hit 3 and then changed the tactic.
No, I would disagree with that. I'd say No Mod 3 was a good pick for them. Or was that Indonesia's pick?
No, they did pick that. You're right. They did pick No Mod 3. You're right. that was a good pick for them as well, yeah. And they are going for more tech, so yeah. If it ain't broke, I suppose. Yeah, No Mod 3 went very well.
Yeah, no, that was Indonesia's pick, I think. I'm really confused. I'm sorry.
They won it, I know that much. They won it.
They did win it.
So this is a pretty sensible choice for a final pick, I feel.
Yeah, I'd say so. Real lazy mapping. I think the first... Is it the first? I'm not sure, but... Veriquitus. Absolute belter. 3 minutes 21. 6.2 stars. But star rating on a map like this, you really kind of... Just ignore it. It's going to be a lot more difficult than that would suggest. It's OD 9 too. 191 BPM to cap it all off. What can you tell me about this map?
Yeah, this is a map with very distinctive sections of techie patterns. There's one at the start, middle, and the end, broken up by easier parts. The start and the middle are definitely the hardest parts of this and the ones to watch. The ending patterns are kind of tricky, but no doubt the start and the middle are where most of the breaks are going to happen. I feel like this game's going to be decided. Very different patterns in each of those.
Very interesting too. This is a very almost eerie mirror to the last match. You remember how our match went, Doomsday, right?
I did.
They took a break point early. We took a break point back. And then for our last pick, we picked No Mod 4.
And we know how that one went. So let's see if it's a mirror. Or let's see if China can bank this one. The tournament lives are on the line here. Match point for Indonesia. If they win, they go on to the next round. And they play again this weekend, tomorrow, I believe. This last chance saloon here for China. They have to win this point to take it to tiebreaker.
Not going to quite be a mirror of the last match. Lifeline is down already, not in the NFC for him. But the combos are falling. Burger Fox drops, David Q drops. Lifeline misses again, but the advantage is on Indonesia's side. Milk Tea's dropped his FC, and it's just Crystal yet again. Has to put the team on his back now. Rexy's Skydiver combo through that row holds a 300. It's one of the slower sections that you were talking about. Everyone gets to let some of those nerves go, shake them out. We're about to get into a bigger drop yet again. It's going to be really important. It's going to be absolutely vital to hold all of the combo you can. Grab everything from this lower section and row finds a miss. There will be a slight advantage now to China with 4 combos instead of 3.
Still looking good though for Indonesia. They're still in a good spot, but not too much. Here comes the next middle section, another hard part here.
Yeah, we're seeing space doubles, we're seeing space triples. Milk Tea tries to miss, but mirrored by Skydiver. Roan, Burger Fox both drop. Rixis as well. Now Indonesia are on the back foot. China are going to be extending that lead. Crystal comboing greatly through this, as is David Koo. Lifeline trying to hold it for his team, but Ro finding another miss. They're making it difficult for him. Yet again on No Mod 4, Lifeline, the last bastion. The last line of defense for Indonesia, keeping his team in it. If China find a big collapse, he will swoop in and steal it, but we're halfway through.
Yeah, the harder parts are done now. There are trickier parts to go. The very ending is a nasty section, but by then it's going to be decided. It's on Lifeline against David and Crystal.
Are we going to see David throw just so it doesn't go to tiebreaker? No.
Don't do it.
I'm kidding.
He won't. He's too good for that.
Here comes another drop. Not quite as mechanically intensive as the last one. Loads of sliders. Got to be following them, but be careful. If you follow them to the end, you want to be able to move from the end of the slider to the next circle accurately.
No chokes on this ending tough section. Everyone hitting them. It might be too little too late here for Indonesia. And looks like the only again.
They're all holding combos. It could happen. feels like there's going to be one more drop to me, but this might just be the ending. Might just be comfortable section to cap off the map. It is. You find a little drop, but only the sliders that we saw in the intro. And Crystal, despite an early leave from China, it will be tiebreaker. It's locking an FC out of a Crystal. How incredible has he been playing this match?
He has been so good. Incredible performance from Crystal. It's just insane. He has been the linchpin for China. David Koo as well with an excellent run, almost 99% early slider break. But my gosh, you got to hand it to Crystal. He has had, I don't want to say the game of his life, he's had many games of his life, but this is to put
he's
up there.
He's used to this sort of pressure. He's used to this sort of role in his team where he just throws everyone in a backpack and runs with them.
It's time. Tiebreaker time. Indonesia have been here before. Hopefully this time, well, they'll be hoping for sure that this goes better. Here comes that eternal dream. The eternal dream for either of these teams. Could be extinguished if they drop it here.
We're looking at two incredible teams. They have played so hard for this. It's 6.9 stars, this tiebreaker, so it's a mirror star rating to Nomod 1. A lot longer though, it's 6 minutes. 6 BPM higher too. Relatively consistent with Nomod 1, but of course it's a tiebreaker. One would assume it's not that straightforward.
No, this map isn't like the last couple of tiebreakers where they've been more standard in terms of feel, focused on mechanics. This one certainly does have a mechanics focus, but this is a collab between Kite and Idki. And if anyone here, I mean, I'm sure everyone in this room's played Uta before. The aim style where it's kind of comfortable, but it has those weird angles and the little anti-jumps, little spacing, little variants that makes it slightly less than completely comfortable. That's kind of what this one is. Little angles can throw you off in a situation like this, in terms of consistency. So I imagine we'll be seeing similar lineups to Nomod 1, because it's not really far from that tree. Who's feeling brave? The players are in relatively quickly.
Who's feeling confident? Who doesn't have that adrenaline flowing through them yet? Or maybe who does have that adrenaline? Sit in for a tiebreaker, the map starts and an eerie calm drops. When that happens, you know you're going to play well.
So looking to compare the lineups to Nomod 1. On Indonesia's side, we are seeing one swap from that Nomod 1. Fuma has been swapped in here for Rexys. He'll be accompanying his teammates Skydiver, Lifeline and Ro. On the Chinese side though, we are looking at a swap. Milk Tea played the last Nomod 1, but Emetexi Extreme comes in for this one. Combined with the rest of the lineup of David Kutu, Crystal and My Angel Miku.
It's tiebreaker time. Remember, this is a loser's bracket match. Whoever wins this advances in the tournament. Whoever loses goes home. Either team, you want to bring out your best.
Consistent difficulty throughout this one. Minor little slow parts in between, but nothing much. Also, the solo about 3/4 in, very streamy. Watch out for those.
Early miss from Extreme. It's 6 minutes long. Lots of combo to get in this one. We do see My Angel Miku taking Hidden. So, doesn't apply anymore, but if all 4 players had FCE, just by virtue of having the Hidden, would be theirs to take. Lifeline finds a miss. That weird shaped stream pattern. Skydiver and Extreme trade, and that is favourable for China. Skydiver drops his FC. Rexy's had found an early miss.
Recovering nicely, though. With the amount of combo on this map, that's going to be negligible, I think. That said, though, very good start here from China in the opening exchanges. Rogue did so well on that No Mod 1 with that near FC. Has the highest combo for his team in the early game.
Extreme and Miku both drop. So that will reset their combos back to 0. Whereas on the other side, there's a 300 for Lifeliner and a 200 for Skydiver, so they're going to be pulling the lead slowly but surely back to themselves. You can see how low the scores are, considering it's already been a minute or two of the map. Miku finds another miss, as does Extreme. The lead flickers to Indonesia. You can really tell how long this map is, how much time there is for things to happen. Lifeline finds his own miss, drops the combo. Skydiver, though, the difference. Really making a difference, his presence with the 400 combo, but Ro finds a miss. And does Rixie's, no FCs, both FCs are down. The only one from China.
Just Skydive with 500. We're not halfway yet. This thing is not over. But in this slow plot,
a difference of about 100 combo is absolutely nothing in a map like this, but the difference is growing by the second. Rixie finds another miss. Skydiver trying his best. He's got 600 combo and it could come down to him if everything falls apart for China, but they're looking pretty strong in this bridge section between two choruses.
accuracy from Skydiver. Was it really a 1/101 miss so far for him?
Very much could have been. Combos are slowly coming back for Indonesia. They are still in this. It's only 100,000 points. I mean, I can't stress that enough. And David Koo drops his FC. Skydiver drops the big combo, however.
Crystal with the only FC in the room right now. Really going to be doing bits for his team, but he's not getting very far because of the recoveries from Indonesia. Halfway now.
Ro finding a miss. Only 2 combos left. Lifeline and Rexy's. If they combo reset again, this might just be over. There might be nothing they can do.
Here comes the solo though. Streamy solo. And there goes Crystal immediately. FC is down. Mind or Miku recovering.
And it will be Miku and Lifeline. No, Miku down. Lifeline down. Skydiver with 300 combo through this solo. He is there for his team, but he's got a lot of score to make up, and I don't think that he can do it in the time provided. Lifeline Rexy's fine misses trade with Miku.
1500k. That's not a lot, you know. Sorry, 150k, sorry. That's not too much. We have a third of the map to go. If people keep combo resetting, still time here, but they need more breaks. More breaks from China, and Indonesia are back in this, you feel?
Yeah, they need more breaks from China. They need more combos from Indonesia. Extreme drops his. They need to have an advantage on every player on their team for them to bring this back. David Koo, Miku reset their combos. They have advantage.
They're breaking so much. Now, Indonesia really are back in this, you know. 100k lead, and it's dwindling.
It is closing. There is absolutely no time. China almost have to keep breaking for it to be a safe point. A safe win for Indonesia. You look and see the score's less than 100k. Miku finds another miss. Resets his combo, and everyone has to combo through the outro here. Miku another drop. He's put his score on the board. There's not much more he can do. Ro finds a miss. Resets with Crystal. 300 combos on Ematic C, 200 on David Koo, and the lead is closing. David Koo misses. No more points for him. And the lead is closing. 50k, 40k. It's closing so quickly. Skydiver pulling it. The rest of the team pulling it. All their might. They're digging their heels in. They don't want to go home. They don't want to go home yet. They want to carry on. And it's looking like they'll carry on. They take the lead. Skydiver drops his FC though. It's not going to matter. He's done his job. Everyone else matching MTXC, who misses in the outro. And it will be Indonesia who take this.
Wow! Oh my gosh! That was Herculean. What did I just watch, Bubble? Indonesia, oh my goodness. Rexy's Skydiver Lifeline. Hauling with all their might. Super strength. Pulling that lead back from Oblivion.
They absolutely did not want to go home. An almighty effort. Everyone on that team. In fact, it might have even just come down to accuracy. Skydiver holding 99 might have sealed that for them.
I think it might have done. That score lead was so small. And on Score V2, the accuracy difference between a 99 and a 98 is pretty large. That could have come down to it. Every little bit they did just to stay in the tournament. And they are in the tournament because Indonesia carry on their best ever OWC performance into another game. They march on.
Incredible style too to take that. Crystal for the Chinese side. We have to shout that out. The MVP of the match. He FC'd 3-4 maps. He one missed choked, maybe another 2.
It was actually ridiculous. Like Crystal, when this team needs him most in the OWC, he always does it, usually in the early game, but this is a nasty pool, and he performed so well. Also, shout-outs to David Koo as well, who had a good match as well.
He had a brilliant match. Crystal playing far and away the best in the match, though. However, of course, this is the World Cup. 8-player teams, 4v4, and Crystal, David Koo, they're only 2 players. Doesn't make a team, and of course it's the team performance that pulls through for Indonesia, takes them into the next round. Top 8.
Seed 20, by the way. Seeding means nothing this tournament.
Absolutely.
Indonesia are throwing the rulebook out.
Absolutely.
But
That
guess
was
what?
an absolute joy to watch. Go ahead.
Oh my goodness, it was. But guess what? Indonesia now have a showdown against Australia to look forward to tomorrow. And that is going to be something. Indonesia take on Australia for a chance to go even further, but that is going to be a colossal matchup. Looking forward to seeing that one.
I can't wait. The way the team had played, it's gonna be a wall to climb. If they want to get over Australia, it's going to be a Herculean effort from everyone. Australia played so well in their match against Russia.